Well, good morning, folks. Here we are. It's April 10th at almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and we are taking off to go have a day in the desert, check out the flowers to see how they're going. And also, I'm trying out my camera that I got back from my sister. I traded her the EM1 Mark II for my EM5 Mark III. The EM1 Mark II works better on my gimbal and just generally better for my video stuff that I make. So we are off early this morning. We're going to see a sunrise for sure. And when I get out to the desert, I'll bring you all in. Okay, so we gassed up in Ocotillo, California there. Just went and had a little chit chat with my Border Patrol boys, with our Border Patrol boys. And now you can see it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I got about another 2 miles to go to my dirt road, and it is a beautiful day out here. The car's showing 71 degrees, and it's going to get a bit warmer later on, upper 80s for sure where I'm going. And so far, no wind, so I think first thing might be a little bit of drone action. What do you think? So when we get to our little spot, I'll bring it back in. There's the turnoff for that. It looks like a lot of the plants have dew on them, and that's kind of how they get their water at night out here in the desert. But there I see my rock. The rock I have as my landmark to turn left. Wow, nobody's been here. How cool is this? Oh, this is like driving in the middle of nowhere. Hey, wait a minute, you are. The road is almost grown over. Yep, there's the fireplace. Okay, I know where I'm at. This is where I want to camp. And I just figured out how to make my camping setup, as you saw in my little short, so I can sleep in the car. Let's see, we're going to park the car right here. This is going to be going into the sun. That way I got the back of the car to sit and relax. And I'll see you in a while. Okay, here's the first walk with my EM1 Mark II, the 12mm f2, and I'm using the Cuyamaca microphone, and the microphone is clipped to the brim of my hat. And I don't know if you can hear me walking a lot, but if we go down low, you don't really hear me crunching all that much, which before it was a lot louder. But we are heading north out into the desert, kind of leaving the car behind. We're starting off at 500 steps on the watch, so just kind of keeping track of that. And off we go into the wild. A lot more plants, a lot more this type of stuff down here. Amazing. All the plants are green. And then of course we've got the desert verbena, I believe it is. Lots of ants. These guys are kind of small, but let's go see what we can find. I think the tractor, or not the tractor, but the diesel power generator is this way, where it had the big pipe that just goes straight into the ground. And I reckon maybe there's water down below us for sure. But we shall see. Definitely going to give my arms a workout. So far there's no vibration on the camera, so that's working out really well. Last time I used the EM5 Mark III with the 12 mil, it would start vibrating. And I do have the lens support on the little lens here. Not sure if I really need it, but I stuck it on there anyway. Sun is feeling pretty intense. Oh, Grasshopper City. Just walked through a cloud of grasshoppers. Let's go down through this ravine. This is new. This was not here before. So we had some water runoff for sure. I see footprints. Flies. Oh, let's go this way. I always know where I am out here because I have the mountains behind me and I have one particular landmark. And I've been out here so often. Look at this. Wow. That's just a blast of purple. Isn't that amazing? And then we got the yellows. Old yellow. Check out and see. So I'll definitely bring you in on that for sure. So let's keep going. Look at that. Wow. Y'all let me know how the sound is. Because I'm not using noise reduction, I'm just using straight up audio. Here's the mini Rock of Gibraltar. It was thrust up here millions of years ago from an ancient tectonic plate earthquake. Just like in that movie, A Million Years BC with Raquel Welch. May she rest in peace. What a gal. Uh-oh, we're heading into some woods here. I'll tell you what, my old trails are kind of like gone. I have to go by instinct. Just like the birds, I got a little piece of magnet in my brain, and it tells me which way to turn when I do my great migration out here in the desert. Here's some pretty little yellow flowers. Here we go. Look at those. That birdie. And then there's bunches of this stuff. Lots and lots of this stuff all over the place. You can see it goes for miles and miles. We've got another field of super bloom. Yellows, purples, flowers everywhere. Wow, that's just amazing. Haven't seen any mylar balloons yet. I usually pick those up. I've got about
I don't know, almost 30 of them back home in my desert debris pile in the corner of my backyard. So yeah, look at all these flowers. Amazing. Just a quick note. Okay, we got orange. We can add orange to the color now. And then we got brown. And these little guys. And then also this here. This is a big one. That's really nice. Got bees there. Pretty, huh? Look at this big old yellow bush. Yellow and green. Good combo. With blue sky. I came back to the car because you know you get that nagging feeling that, did I lock it? Now you're a witness and I'm a witness. I've locked the car. I also brought the gimbal back and it is just a little heavier than I wanted to hike with, so now I'm just hiking with the EM1 Mark II, and that is it. That'll also help me take pictures along the way a lot easier than having the gimbal with me. So off we go again. Okay, we made it to the White Cliffs of Dover. That's what I call these. On the other side of this is the old stagecoach route, the Butterfield stagecoach route. I've been on that road multiple times and pretty cool. I've camped out there. There's an awesome tree out there. The photos that I'm taking today are done with the EM1 Mark II in total eye auto, or idiot auto, or intelligent auto, or ironic auto, or, well, you get my drift. No composing, no rule of thirds, no National Geographic beautiful shots. Just documenting the flowers out here and another beautiful day in southern Anza Borrego Desert State Park. Have not seen any critters at all. It's probably about 85 right now. And I'll hold the camera as still as I can. No gimbal out here. That was a pretty good walk. I still feel pretty good. But we got to go back 2,600 steps to get here, plus change. My step is about 30 inches, so you can do the math. Depending on how you measure a stride, I guess. From heel to toe, a stride for me is probably about 36, I guess. But we'll err on the average. Now I got to go back that way, straight into the sun, baby. Yeah, sun feels really good on my arthritis, I'll tell you what. It's probably why I feel so good. But anyway, I will see you in a bit. Oh man, that was a climb. I thought I would take you up on top of this hill. For me, it's a small mountain. We came from way down there. We got to go back that way. And here's what the valley looks like. Oh man. Got the heartbeat to 147 beats a minute for about 8 to 10 minutes. Is that a good workout or what? Spaghetti. So let's go back to the car. I'm thirsty. Well, there it is. The infamous Pumperoni. Right here. Oh man. I knew I'd find it sooner or later. But this sucker's been sitting here for a very long time. Pretty neat, huh? Oh boy. Never has the car felt so good. I think it's getting close to 90 degrees out there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take the long way home, and we're going to go about 32 miles straight ahead, and then we're going to make a left on a highway, and then from there go up into the mountains to Lake Cuyamaca. I got to see the lake level there and see how that all looks. So another good hike. I mean, holy moly. I walked 9,000 steps all the way up to the White Cliffs of Dover, and you saw them. So now we're gonna go up into the forests, and that is probably, I don't know, maybe an hour away at the most. So I'll see you then. This is Lake Cuyamaca overflow, and this should not be here. I have never ever seen this. There's big giant fish swimming right here, completely overfilled. This is absolutely amazing. I've walked across this whole thing last year. That's how much rain we got now. I can't believe it. I don't know if you could see it, but there is a big fish right there, a couple of them, just right in front of me. Wow, there's another one too. Maybe they're carp. Amazing. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of water. This is absolutely amazing. There is a road that actually crosses right here, but it's gone. You could see where that picnic table is right there. That is almost underwater. Look at happy ducks. They can go anywhere they want. Look at this. The piers have been completely washed away. Wow. Amazing. Last year I actually walked out to the end of that. Wow. I don't know where you're going, buddy, but that's the end of the road. Holy mackerel. So this is my favorite place to come up and shoot critters, and there is water everywhere. I bet this was just absolutely buried with the snow. They have some webcams up here, and I was watching it during the big snow, and there is just water everywhere. Holy moly. The lake, I could not believe the lake. Wonder if there's any critters today. That lake is going to take a long time to empty out. I was talking to this one guy, and he said that El Capitan, which is the huge reservoir just below where I live, they can only maintain that at 60% because of the earthen dam. And I did not know that I guess if they take it to 100%, she'll bust, and that would be catastrophic. So Lake Cuyamaca can only pump out so much water. And then of course all the water, that the ground here is just like a sponge. It is just a soaking wet sponge, and the water's got to go somewhere, so it goes down to the lake. And they say they're pumping as much as they can,
and then El Capitan is pumping as much as they can out of it, and then it all goes downhill, and unfortunately we don't have the resources to capture all this water, and it all ends up going to the ocean. Now this guy, you can't go that way. Oh good, the gate's closed. Otherwise I would have gone. Sorry man. It's right in your picture. So I wonder when the deer's coming out. Deer, oh deer, oh deer. So we are at about 5,000 some odd feet, and we just left down the desert floor 98-degree weather, and right here it's 76. So almost a 90-degree difference. That is amazing. I think maybe we ought to just go home. Wow, 24-hour video surveillance. Where's the cameras? So anyway, I want to thank you for coming along on my first outing in weeks. Did an amazing walk down there in the desert, walked many miles, and got my heart rate up, and then come up to the mountains up here and see Lake Cuyamaca totally overfilled, which was one of the goals today. I wanted to see how much water was up here, and I was not ready for that much water. So anyway, I want to thank you for coming along, and I look forward to taking you out on another adventure.